Yo. This is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name's Steven, and today I'm going to be looking at the Ivoler 6-in-1 Steam Deck dock. I'm going to give you my thoughts, feelings on it, and whether I think it's a worthwhile alternative to the normal Steam Deck. Disclaimer, they sent me this for free. I get very little products for free, because I'm not that high up on the YouTube ranks yet. I'm not even hit 3k subs yet. While there, if you do fancy clicking that sub button, would help me massively. But yeah, so they sent me this for free with no sort of payment for it, or that is what it is. So I will tell you what I think of it and whether I like it or not. This is on the back of the Steam Deck review I did a little while ago and whether I think you should buy one. So if you are new here, don't forget to click that sub button, press like, leave a comment, do what you need to do. I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get into it. So, as I said, Ivoler reached out to me on the back of my Steam Deck video and asked me to have a look at this Steam Deck dock. I do not have one. I do know that the Steam Deck docks are about 80 quid, 80 beans. They have been on about 2-week back order for a little bit of time. They kind of go in and out of stock. So yeah, this seems like a worthwhile alternative. They reached out and says, will you have a look at it? I says, I will have a look at it on the premise that if it's shit, I'm going to tell you it's shit. So my apologies if that's the case. So they sent it out to me. I've taken a long time to get this review done, so I do really apologize for it. Christmas, illness, baby, blah, blah, blah. All of that got in the way, but we are now here. So if you're a Steam Deck user, a dock basically is an absolute must have. You kind of need one. If you want to punt it onto the TV, if you want to plug it in through internet, if you want to do all of those things, you kind of need a Steam Deck dock. Now, I haven't had a chance to look at the actual Steam Deck dock because I have not needed to. Since they sent me this one, I have used this one religiously, so I see no reason to get the other one. So I can't really do a comparison, apart from it does all the things I want it to do at a cheaper price. Know what I'm saying? So, what is it? This is a 6-in-1 aluminium deck dock pro for your Steam Deck. It's made of high quality aluminum. It has a sleek silver modern design. The dock has 6 ports, including 3 USB-A ports, 1 USB-C port, a HDMI port. This means you can connect any peripheral you want to it by way of controllers, keyboards, mice, so on and so forth, as well as any kind of TV, monitor, all that type of thing that you can think of, as well as plugging it straight into Ethernet so that you're not bogged down by Wi-Fi. One of the best things about this is that it is plug and play. And I know in this day and age, majority of things are, but this literally is as simple as you put the dock in it, you put it in the top, you put your stuff in, and it just does it. I did have a little bit of an issue getting it connected to monitors where I had to kind of turn it off and turn it back on again and try a different port and blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, everything else was plug and play. All the controllers, peripherals, and so on and so forth went straight in and it banged straight on. And then I looked in a couple of forums and it basically said turn the monitor off, the Steam Deck all the way off, plug it in, turn it back on, and then yeah. But that was exactly the same as the Steam Deck dock, the actual Steam Deck dock that I have read online. So they do exactly the same thing. So some of the things take a little bit of tinkering, but hey, it sits really nicely in here. You can put it below your monitor, you can put it in front of your monitor, you can put it wherever you like. The only thing that I couldn't get to work or that doesn't really happen is that it's not like screen mirroring. I would have quite liked to see that, especially for streaming or any type of videos or anything like that. It would be nice to be able to use it as like a dual, but where I saw it, it was just reflected onto the monitor. So if anybody knows in the comments if these docks do that, then give me a shout because I'd like to know. But yeah, it plugs in and pumps it straight up to the screen. So I was playing things like played Need for Speed, I played a few other things, I played Elden Ring. Obviously I just use this expensive piece of kit for emulation most of the time, so that's what I use it for. Right? Build quality is really nice. Made of this kind of silver aluminum type thing with it's got rubber on the bottom. It's got a rubber stand inside it for the Steam Deck to stay so it doesn't move anywhere. Not that it's going to move anywhere. However, does feel really, really nice. It's not cheap plastic like you would think for the price that you're getting. Normally, if I was paying something that had, 3 USB ports, USB-C, HDMI, Ethernet, cable, blah, 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 I would think that it'd be made of some type of cheap shit plastic, but it's not. It's made of metal, and I really do appreciate that. I would, however, really, really, really like a black version, obviously, because it's me. But the silver, can't go wrong with it. Looks alright, and it's kind of sleek and small, so it's going to fit in anywhere you put it anyway. It's also very, very lightweight and easy to transport, so it doesn't weigh anything. It's not going to take up any room in your bag. You can slip it into pocket, bag, wherever you want in case you're going to like hotel room or anything like that. But remember, you would need a small HDMI cable if you were going to do that and you wanted to do it in a hotel, which might not work, would it? One downfall of this is the actual Steam charger didn't seem to be enough power for this thing, so I was using a separate kind of laptop charger that I have for a Dell XPS 15 or whatever it is I was using, and that seemed to give it enough juice. But the actual charger for the Steam Deck does not punt enough power into this, so keep a small note of that. But that doesn't mean to say that you can't use it. It just does the slow charging thing, like it does normally with a Steam Deck charger anyway. Now, people might see this as a downside or an upside because 50 quid or less than 50 beans is maybe a little bit expensive, but I don't think it's expensive for what you're getting. And obviously it's 30 quid cheaper than the Steam Deck official one, Steam Deck Dock Official. I keep getting that wrong. Steam Deck Dock Official, and it doesn't take 2 weeks to get to you. So, because it's Amazon, it's rapid. Like, I'll put a link to it down below. But yeah, because of that, it's quicker, and you might not want to wait and yeah, I think that's a plus, and with it being cheaper, that works for me as well. The HDMI port is also limited to 1080p. Don't know if that's a stickler for anybody. Obviously the screen in the Steam Deck is small, and so you're punting up to a screen anyway, so it's going to look better, and the majority of us really are using it for emulation anyway. So I mean, it might not be an issue for you. I think it looks fine, and I'm used to playing at 1080 anyway. I'm not one of the snobs that looks at 4K or that type of stuff anyway, so it doesn't make a difference to me. I love it, and we'll continue to punt it up onto a screen and play it that way with controller. As far as input lag with controller goes, there was a tiny bit, even on the controllers like the Victrix Gambit, which has no lag at all. Plugged that in and I could see a tiny bit of lag, not enough for you to notice normally if you're playing, but in testing I could see that it had a small bit of lag, so it turned it from like a 0 millisecond controller up to like a few millisecond controller, which is not the end of the world, because you're probably not going to be playing competitive games on this. Maybe, I don't know if you are, but probably not, so that might not be too much of an issue for you. All in all, I think that this is a great little trinket instead of the Steam Deck dock if you want to save a little bit of money and you want to get it a little bit faster. As I say, they're not paying me for this. They did send me it for free and I do love it, but I would pay for it because I think it is pretty great. And I do like the look of it, and I'm a stickler for having that extra 30 quid to spend on someone else. So yeah, I definitely would recommend this if you're looking for a dock to pick up in general for your Steam Deck. Hawkeye, if you are looking for an alternative, I will leave a link to it below. I'll leave one affiliate link to it that gives me a little bit of commission, and I'll leave one, if you don't like me but you still want to buy it, I'll leave another link that is just straight to the product. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. I do not mind. I just think this is a good choice for a product if you're looking for a Steam Deck dock and you maybe came from that other video and you want to save a little bit of cash that way. If this did help you, don't forget to click that sub button, leave a like, leave a comment, do all the things you need to do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Yeah.